Before this video starts, I just want to say real quick that this was recorded back in late August, and I decided not to send this out until I was almost at October. So that's why I'm referencing all the things I'm referencing like it hasn't happened yet, and that's because it hasn't. Okay, bye! The problem with Homestuck was never anything involving the fandom. I'm going to put this out here right now at the start of the video. The only thing that is a consistent and known problem of Homestuck is Andrew Hussey themselves. Now I got all your attention, let me backpedal a little bit. So, as I'm sure some of you may or may not know, all the stuff involving the pilot of the new Homestuck animated series, but then on the cusp of the unofficial Homestuck collection having all that bullshit going on. It's very odd. But after a while, and I've done a reactionary, react to the whole situation about a few weeks ago, and I was contemplating sending it out, but, I thought about it a little bit more, and I thought, this is too new of a situation to really want to do. I'll wait a little bit. Now that I've waited a little bit, I feel like I can say with a somewhat even mind that the thing wrong with Homestuck is Andrew Hussey. Modern Homestuck, like Homestuck in this day and age, and even in the last, say 7 years. No, not even just that. Probably all throughout Homestuck, the main problem with Homestuck has been Andrew Hussey. Yes, the creator of Homestuck is the reason why Homestuck is not succeeding. I am not kidding you. I shit you not. That is the reason. I'm calling it right now. And if Andrew Hussey wants to do like they did Sarah Z and send me a cease and desist, lig my balls, bitch. I don't fucking care. This is one of those things where if you're really attacking a creator with less than with just barely over 1,000 subs and, an up and coming YouTuber, if you're really gonna attack someone like that, that just proves how fucking petty you are. Although, we already been doing that, and by we, I mean anyone with a functioning brain. And this now goes on to my next point, which is there are so many dick riders in the Hussey sphere. Like, y'all, I hate to say it, bro's not gonna fuck you. They're not gonna give you they're not gonna give you your own special fan troll to then shoot in the head immediately after they show it to you in the official comic. They're not gonna fucking do it. Nor will they ever. So, before y'all start getting your fucking titties in a twist, how about you think with your brain that you have in your noggin? All that gray matter that's in your brain, that's not just there for show. You can use that for, cognizant thought. I know, crazy. But I'm telling you right here, right now, that the amount of dick riders for Andrew Hussey is crazy. When there is now officially, since 2025, there is a known track record of this person being as shitty as they are. Now, I'm not going to get into it because I expect you all to do your own fucking homework, and a bunch of other people who smarter and more eloquent than me have done the research already. Cough, cough, Sarah Z, cough, cough, Geo, cough, cough. No, it's not going to be a short read. Fuck yourself if you think it's going to be a short read. Of course it's not going to be a short read, you numbnut. Because it's a long-standing, long-running problem with Homestuck. It's going to be a long read. You're going to have to do some legit homework about what's going on. I'm not here to give you that much information. I'm just here to tell you my stance and my personal reasonings. Remember that time when Andrew Hussey said, fuck it, Homestuck goes to the fandom now? Did they ever really mean that? I don't think they did. Me personally, I don't think they did. It would have been such a smart move, and because it would have been such a smart move, of course Andrew Hussey never followed through with it, because Andrew Hussey is kind of a dumbass. And also, kind of a shithead. Anyone who can see the consistent flow of how they do things, you would see how much of a horrible person they are. It doesn't take much IQ. It takes someone with functioning eyes and a functioning brain to see, oh, okay, this person has a constant track record of being a shitty human being, and they have never publicly apologized for any of it, nor do they intend to. They know that they're a shitty human being, and they will continue to do so. Anyone with a little bit of logic in their fucking noggin would say, that's probably not a good person to try and back. But at the same time, this is the Homestuck fandom, and I guess a lot of the new gens, or a lot of the dick riders, just don't give a shit. Lord knows what you expect to get out of riding that shit for so long. I just don't understand. What do you expect to gain from it? Oh, Hussy made your favorite webcomic. Brothers, sisters, and siblings in between. Do you know how many creators that I have followed initially when I was young that turned out to be either, you know, shitty people or people who've done illegal shit? I was a fan of JonTron. We all saw how that shit turned out, but I guess he's still doing just as good as ever because he shut the fuck up. A smart move by Jonathan Jafari, but, you know, I still remember. Unfortunately for me, I can't give myself a self-imposed lobotomy. I still remember that shit. Y'all remember Achievement Hunter? Y'all remember the fucking... I'm probably gonna have to censor this word out. The Predator and this James Ryan Haywood? I bet you fucking did. I bet you did, but you slotted it in your memory banks, never to be seen again. But I remember. I'll always remember. He was like my top 3 favorite Achievement Hunter people, and then that happened, and now I feel no mercy in saying that he should be incarcerated in jail for a long time. And I'm not doing this to absolve Hussy. I'm saying this that if you do this, you do heinous shit, and once, you know, as an oopsie daisy, that's whatever. But if you're doing heinous shit on the regular, that's harming a good amount of people in the process of doing it, then you're a fuck. You're a fuckhead. Simple as that. And this has been proven with Hussy. Now, I'm not saying Hussy is on the same level as James Ryan Haywood or Jonathan Jafari. But I will say that a lot of the shit that has been proven by multiple people is wild. It's either been proven or it's never been disputed. Now, conversely, let's say some of you in the comments are already typing it up. I can already see it.
Wait, what about Geo? Geo's been doing all this shit. They've been harassing Hussy. They've been stalking them.
Like, give me the proof. Give me the proof. Give me the proof right now in the comments. Less than 500 words in APA format. Right now, give me the proof. Give me solid, substantial evidence. You can't, can you? You think, I think I remember hearing about it. No shit. Because guess who that word came from? Fucking Hussy and their cohorts, bro. You really are willing to trust them that much? That you're willing to just believe potential slander and lies? Just because they made something you enjoy? Are you kidding me? Really? I just don't understand it. I don't get it. I do not get it. I have more reason to trust Geo than I do to believe Hussy. Conversely, I have more reasons to despise or even hate Hussy than I do Geo. There is no, like, area where I'm like, Geo's actually the bad guy. I don't believe that. I believe Geo probably fucked up in a lot of his initial, blog posts when he made some stupid ass and potentially anti-Semitic, I think that's how you say it, remarks. But if we're really saying, oh, you made a remark that could potentially be seen as X, Y, and Z, therefore everything's invalid, you're a fool. You're a fool. You're literally missing the forest for the trees. You are seeing the close picture and you're not seeing the broad strokes. I just don't know how to say it to you. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand how you can be this much of a dick rider to someone you don't know. They will never see you. They will never acknowledge you. And they probably hate you. Because Andrew Hussey has been known to despise a majority of the fandom. And them and their cohorts are just as much to blame as the rest of them. Whoever they have under their entourage and employ, there's more evidence of Hussey harassing others than of people harassing Hussey. So, if it wasn't obvious after, what, the 9-10 minute mark, I'm a supporter of Geo, and every single time that shit comes out about Homestuck and Andrew Hussey specifically, you know how many times they come clean about anything? I could count it all on one hand, and guess what? I'm holding nothing up right now. Because there has not been a single fucking time that either What Pumpkin, Homestuck Inc., The Hick You, or Andrew Hussey have ever fully admitted something. You can say Miles went in on those on the Fruity Rumpus forums to talk about some shit. That was Miles trying to cover his own ass, and a majority of it was stuff that Geo already admitted, because this did nothing. All it did was try and get Miles out of the cross line of fire, and also try to slander Geo some more. But all that this did was just prove that what Geo said was pretty accurate, because it almost got co-signed. A lot of stuff got co-signed by Miles inadvertently. Huh, funny how that works, huh, you fucking numbnut. That's wild. Now, if all of this comes out, and if there's substantial, and I'm talking substantial evidence that proves that all of this is a whole lot of fucking nothing, or that it proves that I've been wrong, I'm willing to admit it. But until that happens, I'm keeping my stance. The Homestuck team is a bunch of fucks. Andrew Hussey is the ruler of the fucks, being a fuck themselves. And the people complaining about Geo using he when Andrew uses any pronouns, they're being just as transmisogynistic or misogynistic or whatever words they were using over on Tumblr. They were being just as bad as they assumed Geo was being. Because they assume that they want to use, so that means they have to use they. No, the fuck it doesn't. I'm using they because it's my fucking choice. They said, you know, Andrew Hussey goes by any pronouns. He, she, or they. I'm using they. Just like how Hussey goes by any pronouns, Geo used he. Yes, Geo used a lot of, like, masculine wording, like the God King and whatnot. And I will admit, that wasn't very smart of Geo. I'm not trying to completely absolve Geo of the stuff he did, but I mean, Geo at least understands when he made a mistake. You know who doesn't? I shouldn't have to fucking say it. Because it should be obvious. Andrew Hussey doesn't know when they've made a mistake. Because they don't acknowledge it as mistakes. Or if they do, they're just going to cover it up, because that's just what they do. You are, quite simply, I'm saying this now, stating for the record, there is now known facts, and again, the Sarah Z videos about Homestuck, like, we've seen it. We've seen it. We've seen how shit Hussey and all of their shit can be. So the fact that you're still supporting them is wild. Please, I beg of you, do your research. Go into this with a critical mind, but keep your mind open. I beg of you. Now, what this means for me as well as my content, it's going to be status quo, same as before. I'm still going to be reading the Beyond Canon stuff as I've been doing. But I would say, don't buy anything official from anything involving Homestuck. You can still enjoy and support Homestuck, but just don't even bother, bro, with a lot of their stuff if you can help it. It's just not worth it. Anyway, y'all. Like, go buy local. Go buy local. There's nothing wrong with that. And by local, I mean Etsy shops, Tumblr shops, Ko-Fi shops, and what have you. From people who actually give a shit. From people who actually matter. People who have love of the game and are not doing it as a contractual obligation because it's their IP. I'm still waiting for that Boulder plush at some point, so I'm hopeful for that. But anyway, that's about as much as I have to say. Thank you all for whoever ended up showing up. If you get to the end of the video and you have any questions or comments or whatever, I don't know if I'll be able to answer them because I don't know if I have all the info myself. I'm just basing it off of what I've seen and what I've heard and what I believe. But if you get to the end of this video, comment, how you feel about this whole situation. Let me know. I'd love to know. But anyway, have a good day, night, evening, twilight, whatever it be, wherever you are. I will catch all of you on the flip side. Deuces.